Hey there. I'm over here at my mom's house, and she brought back the Bible from my grandmother's house, and some pretty interesting things are in it. A lot of notes that my grandmother was about to write to my great grandmother, which I never made it to her. She was just my grandma, my nana, loved to make notes and poetry and poems and things that kind of rhymed. It was real special to her, and she had a interesting life. My grandmother did, and she helped raise me and my sister along. My mom, my mom, of course, raised us, but my grandmother was also a real strong mother figure to both me and my sister, and along with my mom, of course, and I really miss her. But and she was just a sweet lady, sweet woman, my grandmother, and she really made it after us, and that's what I mean is she really we were her grandchildren, her only grandchildren, and she just really made after us. She really loved us a lot, me and my sister. So what this is a Heritage Bible, Heritage Edition. It's by Consolidated Book Publishers, and as you can see, she taped it there and everything. And I don't know when she got it, but it was put out in 1955. But that's the publisher's date. Name in Chicago, Illinois, and this right here too. It's Book Production Industries Incorporated, 1955, 54, and 50. And King James Dedicatory, the Old Masters, whatever that is, the art scenes that are in it. But anyway, let me prop it back up here. I don't want to mess it up too bad because the spine is kind of broken there. The case part of the spine there. The text block is fine, but it's more like the I might eat some of those. My mom might not like that, but I might eat some. Oops. So let's take a look through here. As you can see here, she's trying to put some tape on there again. I think this is, you can tell right here, see it's stitched. All these are stitched together. It's that Smith sewn, whatever you want to call it. So the whole text block is Smith sewn. And it's kind of like, I think it is. See if I can turn my light on here. And I think it is though. Yeah, I think these are signatures. The little pieces of Bible put together as a whole block. And like I said, King James Dedicatory, Printed United States, Old Masters, The Life of Jesus. Pronunciation, I gotta be careful because the pages are brittle. And so I think it was 1955. I don't know when she got it, but she's had it for a very long time. And it's been under, I remember looking into it several times when I was a kid, when I was a little older. And she always told me, be careful with it, it's brittle. It's okay, I'll be careful. And little scenes in here from Jerusalem and stuff like that, and Israel. The Wailing Wall or Hebron, whatever that is. Oh yeah. Somehow or another she got this tear across it. Some page was ripped out. Don't know how. She's never told me about it that I can remember. I used to look at it a lot, like I said, and I never really asked her too much about this. I remember seeing it before. And so, yeah, it's a really nice Bible. And fortunately, it's kind of passed on to me, I guess. That's one of my Nana's grandmother's letters. She would write to her mother, and about her 85th birthday, there's like two or three of them. She just kind of never really, you know. Oh yeah, I like this one. It's the night nurse. It says, "Who is this? This lady in white who answers my call in the stillness of the night. A cool hand lightly on my brow, a gentle voice saying, 'It is all right now.' Her presence seems to still my fears. She smiles and wipes away my tears. Try to sleep now. It'll soon be light. It's always hardest through the night." Her footstep softly in the hall as she hastens to answer another call. I'll rest now. I know she's there. The lady in white cares. By Frances DuBose. Oh, yeah, that's my grandmother's name, Fran. Ethel Frances Hubbard. And she married a Rakes, which begat my mother, Bonnie. And then after a while, she married one of my distant cousins, who became my step-grandfather. And some other things there that my grandmother wrote to my great-grandmother. And it's pretty neat. Let's see if this one's another poem. Oh, yeah. I think she kind of wrote this one in the 80s when me and my sister were just kids. It says, "Alone, so alone. I sit here staring. Familiar things surround me. Home, my home, yet so alone. A familiar face, a smile, perhaps the laughter of a child. So quiet, except for the falling of the rain. Memories that bring pain. Life swiftly passing by. No, I will not cry. Alone, yet no need to be. Outside myself, I must flee. Rid my soul of this despair. On my knees in humble prayer." Now that about made me bust out crying. I'll tell you what, when I first read it. Find the path that he hath shown, where no one is alone. Find the path that he hath shown, where no one is alone. By Fran DuBose. Yeah. My grandmother was pretty good at that, writing all these poems. And that's something else. Lady in white. A couple of these envelopes. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. I'm sure if I really look in here, there's other things. I remember as a kid always wanting to look at this Bible. And as time went on, my grandmother would always say, "Be careful, it's fragile. It'll tear easy." As time went on, but when I was a younger boy, I didn't really care too much, but I got really interested in how thick it was, and I always remember these pictures, pictures of Moses with the Ten Commandments and things. It was pretty neat. And the illustrations and the pictures, and oops, I gotta be careful. My grandmother, she passed away in this house. This is in Tennessee, matter of fact. She passed away in a bedroom back there, and yeah, so kind of feels kind of creepy, But I know she's in heaven and stuff, so she's not down here. She's not a ghost. She's in heaven with the Lord. The book of Isaiah, Jeremiah. Trying to find where she might have put something else. She did have something around here. I think it was an anniversary napkin from 1966. The 50th anniversary wedding of her mom and dad, my great-grandparents. think I'm gonna stand up. My back's hurting. Let's see here. Maps and stuff. It's back here somewhere or another. See if I can kind of get that page back down. So you got a lot of history in this thing. I'm gonna show you that in a second. Family histories and stuff like that. Several generations. And oh, here we go. Oh, not down. Oh, there we go. This is a napkin she put in there for her mom and dad 50th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and it says on there Edna and Lance Hubbard, which is her parents, May 21st, 1916 to 66, when that's when they were married. And so it's a long time. There's some cutouts she put in there, Florence Nightingale stuff, and picture of a horse. I gotta be careful with it. Try to preserve as much as I can. She always liked horses. Her older daughter, my Aunt Jeannie, she loves horses. My mom loves horses, and we've always been horse people. Always loved horses for some reason or another. I like horses too, but not like they do. I just like horses. That's all there is to it. Let's see here. Fold out map. Water stain. I don't know how that got there. That might be some fox in there or something. Let's see what this is. Here's some scriptures she wrote down. Isaiah 41:10, Jeremiah 3:33, 5:14 through 15, Ephesians 3:20, Psalms 139:17 and 18, Psalms 34:19, Lamentations 3:22 to 23. My grandmother did study the Bible quite a bit. Well, not all the time, but probably whenever she was a little bit early in her age. She did it more often, I guess, when she was alone. When she sat up there, my grandfather, my step-granddad, he was off working or something like that, and helping build bridges and stuff. And maybe me and my mom, my sister were somewhere else. I don't know. But here's a family history. That's my mom's first husband right there, second husband. And she's got some, my grandma put some, my Nana put some family history stuff in there of her mom and dad, her brothers and sisters. And she had her first marriage, second marriage actually, to my first sister's, my older sister's dad, and then she crossed it out and put it in here where she married my dad, Tommy Holiday, and her stepchildren, Glenn and Tony and Jimmy and things like that, and grandchildren, Denise, my sister, and me, and my sister Misty, and step-grandson, step-children, grandchildren rather, and let's see here, military service and stuff. Interesting for important events. Whenever her mother and father, my great-grandparents had their anniversary in 1966, so she obviously had the Bible before then, because it's written here in 66, then in 71, before I was born, their 55th anniversary. And then my sister dying, and where she was buried and everything in the arms of Jesus and things of that nature. And her dad dying, which is 74, he died on my mother's birthday. Actually, my grandfather did. My great grandfather did. My mother was born April 22nd, and he died on her birthday in 1974. Yeah, that was something. He was 80 years old, and my mom was 27, I think. She was 27, about the same year she had my sister. And where he was buried, the Woolwine and all that stuff. 9 children, 25 grand, and 3 great grandchildren. Still, what does it say here? I can't see what it says. What does that say? Surviving. Oh. She put 9 grandchildren, 25 grands, and 3 great grandchildren surviving. Yep. But anyway. Oh. I just love the way this Bible's put together. This big old thick block. Got a little bit of this faded gold gilding. I think this is real leather. It looks like real leather. And what I'm going to probably do is she tried to glue it back together. My grandma did. You can see that little spot of glue there, along with the thing there. And what she did was that part kind of got so deteriorated, she cut it off, or somebody did. And it's been under the coffee table for years now. And yeah, so nice Bible, big thick family Bible. I'm thinking about trying to get it restored. That way I can. My mom's got a Bible on the table over here. And what I want to do is see if we can get it restored. Come right on here. And replace that one over there. This is my mom's. This is something my sister did for my grandmother. We want to replace this one right here. I think this is the one I give my mom or something. I don't think she knows that I want to do that. But this is my grandmother right here. Fran DeBose. This came off of a picture my sister did. And some kind of thing where you can copy it and put glue on it and stuff. Take a reversal and put glue on top of that, kind of laminate it. And that's that's her first husband, my grandfather, Bill Rakes, and he's with his moonshine running car. A souped up Ford. I forgot what kind it was. But anyway, that's a little bit of my family history. Come on, Dixie. Come on. But anyway, that's a little bit of my family history right there. And yeah, it just, nobody really actually gets to see old Bibles on the internet anymore, do they? You know, some might review them, but it's really a nice, gotta be careful, really a nice Bible. Yeah, I would like to try to preserve it, get it preserved. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I thought about talking to Ben's Bibles and see what he can do it for, and maybe get the same kind of cover and everything, and recase it and put back in the sheets that were supposed to be in there, about falling out, and that's been taped over by her, and probably get some ribbons put in there as well. Anyway, thought you might be interested in that. I'm gonna steal some cookies, then I need to go home. See you later.